Good evening. Welcome to Lady Eagle Basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle, and you are listening to our first broadcast of the Hobbs Lady Eagles, at least. They started their season on Saturday. Tonight they are at Hanks, El Paso, Hanks High School in El Paso, and we are here ready for their second game of the season. They come in 0-1, having just lost to Lubbock Monterey on Saturday, 62-55. So a pretty close game and hard-fought battle. This will be our first opportunity, mine and TJ's, for this season to see the girls. Hanks comes in already having played 9 games, so they're well into their season. And the Lady Knights of Hanks High are at 3-6, but they're coming off of a win over Irvin, El Paso Irvin, 78-28 on Wednesday. So the Hobbs girls are hungry, ready for their first win, and the Lady Knights are looking to improve their 3-6 season, and that brings us to tonight's game. Welcome in, and TJ Miracle alongside here as we are in pregame mode, and we have probably less than 12 minutes on the pregame clock at this point. The Hobbs JV girls won their game against the Lady Knights JV. I didn't put the score down, but it was
51-30.
51-30. I know it was about a 15-point win, actually a 16-point win, I guess.
Nearly 20.
21-point win, yeah. And so the Hobbs girls are out warming up along with the Lady Knights, and we're getting ready for this game. Of course, after tonight, the Lady Eagles will be at home. They open this season with 2 road games coming off of course, and of their state championship game from last season. They are the reigning New Mexico 5A girls champions, and they starting off with getting their feet wet with a couple of road games before they make it to Tasker Arena coming up this Friday night. They have 2 games. Friday nights are going to be against Lubbock at home. Saturday afternoon against Oregon Mountain at Tasker Arena. Those games at 8 o'clock. Are we pretty sure about that Friday night game at 8?
The Friday night is, I believe, it's either at 7 or at 8. I will have to double check.
And then it's on the schedule as 8 p.m., but I know how sometimes that is a little bit, sometimes those times when you're dealing with Texas teams in a different time zone could be different. It's listed as 8 p.m. and then Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock at Tasker Arena. So we'll have those games for you there. But looking forward to this one tonight, our first chance to see the girls. And it's basically the same team. They did not lose a lot from last season. So looking for, and a lot of these girls, I've been calling their names with volleyball. And they had a very good volleyball season. The Hobbs girls were district championships in volleyball, and of course, some of those girls playing volleyball as well as basketball, such as Aliana Armitage, such as Kendall Cunningham, Jayla David, of course. So really good 2-sport athletes, multiple sport athletes, and looking to here on this second game of the season. I know Coach Joey Carpenter, they kind of working out bugs and kinks before they get ready to show everybody what they've got at the home gym on Friday night.
Well, yeah, and you're absolutely right on that. And 62-55 against Monterey, there's no shame in that. Monterey is usually one of the better teams in the Lubbock area. They do have the #1 recruit in the class of 2025 on that team, and apparently she is absolutely fantastic. And their coach was an all-SEC player and played under Pat Summitt.
Wow.
So Monterey had some weapons, and Hobbs, to play them within 7 points.
Pretty good.
And at times, it was a little bit back and forth, and that one is extremely good. And to have, the first game of the season out when they are just getting Cunningham and David and Armitage back off of the volleyball court, Brett Clay running cross country.
Right.
That is, they haven't had a lot of time to work together, and that's a tough opponent to have your first game with.
Right.
Going to be a little bit different here today against these Hanks Lady Knights. Now, one thing about the Lady Knights, they come in 3-6. They are a little bit inconsistent. I think you look at their record, you look at what they do, and they're a little bit inconsistent. Defense, sometimes they are fantastic. Sometimes it's not so much. They are fairly consistent in their offense. They're averaging about 52, 53 points a game. They have 3 double-digit scorers.
Right.
Actually, they have 2 double-digit scorers and one that's right on the doorstep.
and one of those is also their top rebounder.
That's true. Yeah, you've got Daisy Fernandez, who is their top scorer, averaging 13.5 points on the season. Then Annette Hernandez, who's also a junior for this team. She averages just over 10 points per game. Then you've got right at 9 points a game, Jax Alva, who's a sophomore shooting guard. Those are really their three big scorers,
right,
and their three biggest threats. Now then, that being said, they've got some rebounding threats too. One of them is also their big three-point shooter, and that's Zoe Burton. I don't know if she's leading the team in three-pointers, but she is leading in percentage.
Right.
So she is somebody who will drop back and put it up, but she's averaging over 8 rebounds per game. Now, Hernandez, who we mentioned a minute ago, averaging over 10 points a game, is also averaging over 10 rebounds per game.
Right. So she's a double threat there, and Burton, three-point shooter as well as a rebounder. So they've got some talent on this team, and it's not just they don't just rely on one or two players. So the Hobbs girls, definitely are going to be looking out for more than just one or two, containing one or two players here. They're dealing with, a pretty strong team when they're on, and they could be tough. So the Hobbs girls are going to come in, and they can see the stats as well as we can. They may have additional scouting and information as well as game film. You never know. So if we can identify some of the top threats and the reasons why, Hanks has at least a few wins under their belt, then so can they.
Well, they can, and for Hobbs, again, you're still working out. You've got your team together, really for just the second time all season, at least for significant time. Now they got to practice a little bit while the other girls who were doing other sports were playing, but those other sports. But really, this is just their second chance. Their first full week really to get to concentrate on being together as 14 girls out on the floor together and playing as a team.
Right.
So that's going to be very important, and I think a good test tonight against a Hanks team that comes in, as we mentioned, at 3-6, but improving.
It takes a little while to gel again, to get the band back together. When you get the band back together, it takes a little rehearsal time, right, to really gel and really make great music together. The same thing with the basketball team. You need a little time, a little play time, not just practice time, but game time. That's so different. Practice is one thing, game is a totally different, vibe. It's a different, and to get the chemistry back going, back together, it takes just a little bit to do that. And so that's why these couple of games before they have their first home game at Tasker Arena on Friday night are really so important. So watching them warm up here and watching the minutes tick off of the pregame clock, we are, at least according to the pregame clock that's posted up here, we're under 4 minutes at this point. So I know that they'll be coming off the floor soon, getting ready for national anthem. If they do that again, they may have taken care of that before the JV game. We don't know. And then the player introductions for sure coming up here in just a couple of minutes. So what we're going to be looking to see is, of course, the Hobbs girls they're famous for their press. They play quick. They play a very, a fast brand of basketball. They can certainly pull back and stall, but it's almost painful, to watch them because
they're not used to it.
No, because and they're so comfortable, capable, and so good at playing a very fast-paced, run and gun, hard press style of basketball that that it's like putting a racehorse, in slow trot motion. You don't want to see it, even though they can do anything well, and certainly anything the coaches call for. Head coach Joey Carpenter, always, expecting the most out of his girls and the best, and they work all year long. They go to summer camps. This team, they're working even when they're practicing other sports and doing other things. That they're still working on their skills, and they all have. So many of them have skills. The Hobbs team deep again, and that's what's really nice about the Hobbs girls. It's one of the reasons why they won the championship this past year. They're deep, and they have been. They lost. They were without some girls, at some points over the last couple years due to injury, and they still, the other girls stepped up, and the talent pool is deep, and that's what you want to see. You want to be able to beat a team no matter which five are out on the floor.
Well, it is, and you mentioned the Hobbs depth, and we can talk more about that in just a second, but you also mentioned they're famous for their press. They press up and down the court. And that would sometimes lead you to believe that they are one-dimensional.
No.
The Hobbs Lady Eagles are not.
No, they are not.
If you get to where you are running with them, and there have been some teams over the last couple
Sure.
of seasons that could, well, they can just say,
No.
okay, we're going to back out. We're going to
That's
go
right.
zone. And, oh, by the
Zone.
way, then we're going to shoot the lights out of the gym.
Exactly.
And if you
They-
leave their shooters open, they
Yes.
can just absolutely
You can.
tear you apart. Mojica especially.
Their perimeter shooting is awesome. It's fierce.
And that's important, But you mentioned their depth. In that state championship game a year ago, of course, Kendall Cunningham had to sit out a suspension
Right.
from being ejected from the semifinal game, and 2 other girls got hurt in that game and were out. And so the Hobbs Lady Eagles were down 3 girls on their bench, including Cunningham, and they still basically ran away
Yeah.
with that championship game. And that just tells you what this team is truly capable of.
That's right.
And you mentioned it when we came on the air.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot of change from last year to this
Yeah.
year.
And that's why you practice so hard. That's why you practice. That's why you shift girls in and out. You have different configurations on the floor, always working. And sure, you find some combinations that work better than others, but you're always, you increase your likelihood of, hey, if a girl goes down, and Coach Carpenter's, it's not that he doesn't appreciate every girl and their talents, but his feeling is, girl gets hurt, next girl up. Girls out, next girl come up. So you've got to be able to have those well-practiced girls ready to come off the bench into whatever configuration it is and get ready. So we are getting ready now as the girls are coming out. We'll take a break and come back after just a moment for the national anthem. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to El Paso Hanks and Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5.
KEJL, Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs. Yes, now we are illegal.
And thank you. Ready for the tip-off, the start of this varsity basketball game between the Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Lady Knights. And your starters out on the floor, Cunningham, David, Clay, Mojica, and Hargrove. In the center, you've got David and number 21, Fernandez. And the tip goes to the Hobbs girls. Kendall's got it. Pass over to Mojica, goes out of bounds into the Hobbs bench. So it'll be El Paso basketball.
Just a quick turnover, but hey, that's all right. Won the opening tip. Now just put the press on.
The Lady Knights inbound. That's Ruiz with the ball. Getting worked on by Mojica. Takes it down the left side across the timeline, brings it back, a pass over to the right. And that is Fernandez working the ball toward the right, outside the arc. Drives it off. We're going to have a foul called, and let's see, it's going to be a foul
on Hargrove.
On Hargrove. First foul. First foul of game. And give the ball back to the Lady Knights. The inbound, pass into the lane. Going up for the shot is Fernandez. It falls off to the left. Kendall Cunningham with the rebound. Her first. Gives it off to Hargrove. Hargrove passes to David in the lane. She's running into traffic. Oh, and they're going to call jump ball and not a foul. As there were two Lady Knights right in front of her.
Yeah, so and it will be Knights basketball.
That's right. The arrow goes to the way of the Lady Knights.
So that'll be a second turnover for Hobbs.
Comes down to Fernandez. She gives it off to Alva. Left side. Passes off. Gets it back. Another pass outside the arc. Top of the arc, Fernandez. Tries to go in. Hargrove gets a steal. Takes it, brings it down. Layup from the left side. 2 points. So Hargrove with 2. Makes it 2-0 here. Hobbs girls with 7:12 left to go in the first. Lady Knights pass the ball down the court. Give it off to 11 Ruiz. A pass in left side of the basket. It's tipped away, and Brett Clay has it. She's going to bring it all the way down the court to the right side, and she traveled. Yeah, took just that little sliding step, was passing it off to David. So that is the third turnover for Hobbs. Give it to the Lady Knights. 2-0 your score. Inbound, they give it back to Burton. Burton passes down to Ruiz, almost stolen away. Good work by Brett Clay. Ooh, almost tipped away by Hargrove, and they're going to say it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Knight basketball. And it will be inbound near midcourt. I think that is Ferris with it. Gets it in, gives it to Ruiz. Ruiz out near the midcourt line. Quick pass into the lane. Ball goes up. I think we're going to have a foul called on Hobbs.
Yeah, that's going to be on Cunningham. She got a bump, and that was not a good call because it was after the shot was already up. So Kendall going to pull her first personal. That'll be the second team foul on Hobbs, and it'll send Hernandez to the line for 2.
That is Annette Hernandez. First one hits off and over to the right. She'll get a second. So a miss. And Hernandez again, Annette Hernandez is their top rebounder. Second one drops in, so a point for Hernandez. Now it's 2-1 Hobbs lead. Hobbs ball. Hargroves brings it down left side. Kicks it out to Mojica. She drives in to the left side, puts up a 10-footer, won't fall. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's Hobbs ball, and it'll be Mojica going out to inbound just to the right of the basket as we look on. Mojica looking, gets it into David. Right side, leaves it off for Mojica. Back, pass into Brett Clay. It's a fight for the ball. She hangs on to it. Passes to Cunningham. The right corner goes in, kicks it right back out. 3-point try by Brett Clay. Doesn't fall, but Cunningham with the rebound and the putback. 4-2. So 4-1. Hobbs leading. Lady Knights ball. Burton sends it down the court. Passes off. That's Ruiz. Going to travel back center court near the timeline. Go over to the left. Leaves it off for Fernandez. Getting worked on by Hargrove. Loses the ball. Gets it back. Now drives in toward the lane and tries to put up a shot. Loses the handle on it. Kendall Cunningham with a steal. Passes it off. Oh, the ball coming down the court is stolen back away by the Lady Knights. Passed into the right corner. That's 21. Fernandez driving the lane. She passes it off. Shots up by Hernandez. No good. The rebound by Lady Knights. A second shot goes up. No good. Cunningham with the rebound. Her third. Hargrove bringing it down across the timeline right side. Drives into the lane. Now pass off. Oh, right underneath the basket to David, but it goes out of bounds. It's blocked.
Yeah, Hernandez came in there and stripped it away.
Yeah, Hernandez blocks it, sends it out, but it'll be Lady Eagle basketball. And I think, Coach, there's a timeout, and I didn't say who took it. I think it's Lady Knight timeout. Is it?
I don't know. They don't have timeouts on the scoreboard.
I'm looking on both of the scoreboards, and I don't see that. So timeout, but we'll just keep it here. Since we talked, I did not see if it's a 30 or a 60.
It's a 30.
All right, so quick one, so we'll definitely keep it right here. So just we've got 5:17 left to play in the first, and it's a very low-scoring affair so far, but Hobbs is leading 4-1 against the Lady Knights of El Paso Hanks. So the buzzer sounds, and both huddles taking just a few extra seconds. Breaking up, getting ready for back to play. That was our first timeout of the game.
So it should be Hobbs basketball on the baseline in their offensive zone. Have the 4-1 lead. Still maybe just a little bit of jitters out there, but they're working through it as Armitage will check in.
Armitage is going to inbound. Passes to Cunningham. Cunningham drives the lane left side. Oh, a nice little feed to Jayla David, who puts it up. No good. And the rebound actually was Fernandez.
It was Burton, number
saw,
10.
No, okay. They were both there. Burton and Fernandez were both there. And
yeah, it
then
was Burton who controlled.
Hanks
almost loses it.
Yeah, they do. They lost it, but
last touch by Hobbs.
So Hanks inbounding right in front of their bench. Pass down is stolen away by Brett Clay just over half-court line. She brings it down herself, puts it up, won't fall. And a fight for the rebound as it rolls off on the right side. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on El Paso Knights on 22 on Hernandez.
Yes.
Yes, and that's her first foul.
And
first
team
foul.
Yeah. So
Cunningham will go to the line. First trip to the line for any Hobbs girl. And she is going to take a deep breath, eye it, sky it, bury it. So another point she's had. That's her third point of the game. It's 5-1 now, Hobbs leading. And it's going to be number 4, Zepeda coming in and Clay going out. Cunningham at the line for another. Armitage and Hargrove in the blocks for Hobbs. And that one bounces back, but Cunningham gets her own rebound, pulls back, and gives it to Bolton. Bolton to Hargrove, right side. They're going to pass around the arc, move the ball around, almost stolen by Hanks. That's 24 with it. Size in the game now as well. Back to Cunningham. She drives in left side. Oh, it's taken away. And a fight for the ball. No call. And Burton's got it. Tosses it down to number 22, Hernandez. She puts a shot up, won't fall. The rebound by the Knights. That doesn't fall. Cunningham with another rebound. Passes it down. Oh, and stripped away. A bad bounce pass is stolen by Fernandez. Going back the other way now to the left side. A big, long shot won't fall. And that is 24 Size with the rebound. She gives it over to Bolton and brings it down to Hargrove in the right corner. Then back to Size. Back to Zepeda. And the pass into Zepeda. But there is a call. I think it's going to be a foul on the Lady Knights. And
it'll be on the floor.
Yeah,
so.
and it was a foul on Size. And I didn't see. Who did they call that on? I didn't see.
They put that up on Hernandez.
Okay, Annette Hernandez.
I'm sorry, Jax Alva.
Oh, Jax Alva. Okay.
Her first personal second team foul.
The shot.
Inbound stolen away.
Yep, inbound stolen away. There was no shot on that. So the Knights have the ball, taking it down to their end of the court. A pass and a steal stolen right back by Zepeda. Nice steal. Pass to Armitage. She drives the basket. The lane puts it up, won't fall. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be controlled by Alva. And now Ruiz has got it. Dribbles down. Gives a shot to Fernandez. She takes it in. Three-pointer from the left corner for Daisy Fernandez. And now it's 5-4. Lady Eagles leading by 1. The pass into the right corner. Back to Zepeda. Zepeda getting worked on, tries to drive the lane, loses the handle on it. No call. She trips. Fernandez with the ball, takes it all the way down, coast to coast, puts up the layup, and 2 points. So now 6-5. The Lady Knights have gone ahead for the first time in this game. Eagles have it. Size rings it across the timeline, center court. Passes to Zepeda, right side. She gets trapped in the corner. Double teaming her. Bounce pass gets away. Last touch by the Lady Knights, though. I believe Hobbs. Nope.
Hobbs touches it last.
And I thought it bounced off of the knee of a Lady Knight as it went by. But the refs say nope. It is the Lady Knights' ball. So there will be an inbound in the corner, and then passed right back. It'll be Burton moving the ball across the court. Gives it to Fernandez. Getting worked on by Armitage. Driving toward the lane, still on the outside of the right arc. Ooh, almost stolen away by Hargrove as Ruiz gets it. Passes it. The shot's up and no good. And it's going to be Bolton with her first rebound.
Actually, that was Clay.
And Clay, sorry. And stolen right back by the Lady Knights. Now they've got the ball driving in the lane as Fernandez, and she passes it off, puts it up, and that was actually Alva with the points. Now it's
Burton.
And it's 2-5 Burton. And coming back the other way, a shot up by the Lady Eagles won't fall, and Alva with the rebound. They pass it, Alva working it to the right side, getting worked on by Armitage. And are they going to call Armitage with the foul? Yep. I believe they are.
Yes,
yep,
they are.
1-2. I was going to say that she got her on the wrist. A little hack foul. And it's on the floor.
Her first personal, third team foul on the Lady Eagles, trailing 8-5 here.
That's
Hanks
right.
is here to play.
A minute 50 left in the first quarter. And a quick whistle again. And they're going to say, okay, it was knocked out of bounds by Hobbs. So it'll stay Lady Knight basketball right in front of the Hobbs bench. Lady Knights have it. They pass it out to Alva. Outside the arc left side. She drives in, passes it over to Ruiz. A three-point shot goes up. No good. It's tipped. And Bolton, right, 34,
Yes.
has the rebound. Pass down the lane. They pass it back and forth, and a nice assist, but it is Bolton who puts it up.
Nice job by Bolton. Came through.
Good assist, though.
Yeah, it was.
And 8-7 now. Lady Knights still leading. They've got the ball going down the other way. And a bad pass intended, I think, for Fernandez underneath the basket. And it goes intended for Alva. It goes out of bounds. But last touch by Hobbs. It was knocked. So the Lady Knights have it. They pass it in. A three-point attempt goes off. And Brett Clay picks it up, passes downtown underneath the basket to Muniz in the game for the first time. She's got 2 points and puts Hobbs up by 1, 9-8. Lady Knights going back the other way. Alva's got it. Drives in left side, and they're going to call
the charge.
They're going to call the charge on Alva. That's her second foul.
And that will be the 6th turnover for the Lady Knights of Hanks.
And that's going to mean Hobbs girls basketball. It's either going to bring Muniz out, send Hargrove back in. Armitage will inbound, and let's see, Nakaya Mojica back in the game. 34, Bolton comes out, and
Also
Jayla David
yeah.
comes back in. So the pass into Mojica. She brings it across timeline, right side. Pass in underneath the basket to Armitage when nobody else was looking. A nice sneaky one, and Armitage puts it in for her first 2 points.
Beautiful give and go.
Yes.
Armitage just slipped through the defense and went back where nobody was. Great job by the Lady Eagles.
11-8 with the 3-point lead as the Lady Knights work the ball around in front of the basket. A pass falls short, and Brett Clay picks it up. Her second steal. Brings it down to Mojica, then to Hargrove in the left corner. 3-point shots up, no good, but Brett Clay right there with the rebound and the putback, her first 2 points of the game.
Her fourth rebound.
And 13-8, 5-point lead now. Inbound stolen away. Hargrove's got it underneath the basket, puts it up, but it's knocked away, and it's going to be the Hobbs. It's going to be Lady Knight basketball. So last touch by Hobbs. Good hustle, though. Hargrove is quick. She comes out of nowhere, and she's got a lot of steals. So is Brett Clay. Very good at that. Armitage almost steals it away. Good hustle by her as well, as the Lady Eagles are meeting the challenge. They're realizing that the Lady Knights are definitely, as you said, here to play. And now they're kind of putting it into a second gear, you might say. Stolen away and tipped away, and Brett Clay's got it. She takes it up, won't fall, but Hargrove with the rebound, passes it to Jayla David. Nice. Hargrove with the assist. And David with her first 2 points makes it 15-8. And as the Lady Knights bring it back down, and that's Ruiz with the ball, and she's slammed into. Really, that's contact you don't see coming. Everybody's headed in one direction, and they just bumped into each other.
Yeah, they call it on Brett Clay, though. They call the bump foul on her. Her first personal, 4th team foul on Hobbs.
So Lady Knights inbound. That's Ruiz taking it all the way as seconds left, and the seconds are gone. And at the end of the first quarter, Hobbs is leading 15-8. And we will be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. Start of the second quarter here at El Paso Hanks. Lady Eagles are leading 15-8, and the Hobbs girls have the ball. Jayla David, top of the arc. She pulls back, passes to Armitage. Armitage, right side of the arc, gets it to Mojica. Mojica drives into the left side, pulls up, little jumper, won't fall, fight for the rebound. It's tipped out, and Clay's got it. Nice pass into Hargrove. Hargrove can't get the jump shot going, so she passes to Mojica left side, and her ball doesn't fall. There's a fight for the rebound as it's on the ground, and they're going to call a foul on Hobbs, and it's going to be on the floor. And I saw, is it Armitage?
Yes, it is.
Or was it Clay?
Yeah, it's Armitage. Her second personal, 15 foul on Hobbs.
And Lady Knights inbound. They give it to Fernandez. A nice pass is almost stolen by Hobbs, but it bounces out near the bench for the Lady Knights, and it's last touch by Hobbs, of course, so it'll be Lady Knight basketball. But great hustle. You always want to see that as Clay comes out, and let's see.
Muniz
checking in, and Seiss is in as well, along with David and Hargrove. Inbound to Hernandez. She's in the backcourt still in the backcourt. Now gives it off to Ruiz. Ruiz moves it to the left, passes it off. There's a shot up from the left side, and the rebound comes down in front of Muniz. She's got it, passes off to Seiss. Seiss to Mojica in the left side. Passes, right at the top of the arc to Muniz. The nice shot up, but it won't go, and 11, Ruiz with the rebound.
Fernandez with the rebound, 22.
All right.
She then gives it off to 11.
I didn't see, I didn't see the pass to Ruiz. I just looked up and saw Ruiz with the ball. Gives it down to 21 Fernandez underneath the basket on the left side. Tries a shot. It goes out of bounds.
And partially blocked from behind by David. Nice job. And good positioning, and didn't come down on arm or head.
Right. And so nice clean block. And she was positioned right behind her. It was good. However, last touch by Hobbs. So it'll be Lady Knight ball. But at least no foul for Hobbs. They inbound it. Give and go right into the lane. A shot goes up. A foul is called. And the shot does not fall. And we'll see. I think they're going to call. Let's see who they call. It'll be on, on
Should
15.
Be on Jayla David, I think. Yep, it'll be on Jayla.
Jayla, it's her first foul.
16 foul on Hobbs, though, so the next one will put the Lady Knights in the bonus.
And Fernandez is at the line. Her first one is up and no good. Bounces off to the right, so a miss by her. She's got 5 points in the game, though.
As a team, the Knights only shooting about 63% from the stripe.
And the second one's up. That one falls in and is good. So your score is now 15-9 here in the second quarter. Hargrove's got it for Hobbs. Across the timeline, right side, drives into the lane, pulls up, thinks about the shot, then passes it over to Muniz on the right side, and then back. And then it's stripped away as Burton, Carrillo in the great game for the first time. Carrillo strips it away, and then it's sent out of bounds.
And uncharacteristically, that's the 10th turnover for the Lady Eagles, and we've still got 6:15 to go in the first half.
Yeah, that's a very unlike the Hobbs girls. However, there are, six or seven turnovers?
8.
8 now, okay. 8 by the Lady Knights. Inbound to Fernandez, works it across the timeline, then works it around the outside, then gives it off into the right corner. A shot's up, no good. And 21, Fernandez with the rebound.
It's actually Hernandez, 22.
And 21.
It's 2-2.
And 3 are over there, and that's Carrillo. And Carrillo will take the ball and inbound it as the ball was tipped away. Last touch by Hobbs. And Carrillo inbounding. Gives it to Fernandez. A fight for the ball as they're trying to pass the ball off. Hobbs doing a great job of coming in, playing very aggressive defense, but it's costing them as they are getting called for some fouls.
And that's going to be the push foul. They're going to call that on Carolina Seiss, but nobody that's got that as their 17th foul. Oh, wait a minute. Texas has changed their rules. It's college rules now, so it goes fouls per quarter, not per half, like it does in the rest of the country.
That's Ruiz with the ball, driving around left side, and they're going to call a foul. I think did she travel? No, they're going to call a foul. Oh, jeez. Really?
Wow, that's going to be on Mojica for the hack.
Mojica, so her first foul.
8th team foul, 4th foul in the quarter for the Lady Eagles. They're starting to rack them up pretty good.
Yeah, they are being aggressive, though. But, again, as I said, it's costing them because they are fouling, but they're having a lot of turnovers. So passing into the lane, there was a shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Kendall Cunningham's got it. Gives it off to Hargrove. Hargrove passes to David in the lane, puts one up. Oh, it falls off to the right, and the rebound is brought down, and the pass goes to Fernandez. Didn't get the rebound.
Fernandez got the rebound, yeah.
And then there's a whistle as she gets it across on the left side, and they are going to call a foul on the floor.
Yep, it'll be on Mojica for the block.
Again?
Her second personal at that. Now the Lady Knights are in the bonus.
And Fernandez is at the line. She's got a miss and a make, and that misses. She on their last trip at the line, she missed her first one and sank her second one. And they're going to bring Hernandez out. And it's a little confusing. 21 is Fernandez. Number 2 is Hernandez. And I am sometimes saying it right, but you can't hear it because my F's are a little messed up right now, and it sounds like H. So I'll try to make Fernandez and Hernandez a little bit better. Hobbs has got it. Jayla David passing into Hargrove in the lane. She pulls out. And now passes to Clay in the lane. She kicks it out, and Nakaya Mojica from the right side beyond the arc makes it a three-pointer.
And that's the first points for Hobbs in this second quarter.
And it makes it 18-10. They still have an 8-point lead over the Knights, but the Knights have had the basketball more time of possession. They just haven't been able to do as much with it, which means good defense by Hobbs. They do pass, and now it's 21 Fernandez who takes the shot and makes it. And now it's 20. Now Hobbs, the girls have it. Hargrove on the right side passes to David. David now kicks it out to Clay. Clay, top of the arc, gets it to Mojica. Thinks about the shot, pulls back, gets it to Cunningham on the right side. Passes to David. David bounce pass over to Clay. Clay takes the shot from the right side. It doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound. Hargrove was going for it. It goes out of bounds, and they are going to say that it is Lady Knights ball. So no points came out of that, but it's 18-12. Hobbs leading by 6 points here against El Paso Hanks. Inbounding. Pass down to Ruiz. She takes it down, puts a shot up, fight for the rebound, goes off the basket, goes off the backboard, and a whistle is called. And we're going to have a foul against the Lady Knights. It's on the floor, and Hobbs will inbound from underneath their basket, or from underneath the Lady Knights basket, rather. And that's going to be Mojica to inbound. She kicks it to Clay. Clay brings it across the timeline, center court. Looking at the O, gets it to Mojica. Mojica drives in right side, kicks it to Hargrove, left side, outside the arc. Hargrove looking for room. All the way over to Clay. Clay getting worked on, kicks it to Hargrove, left side. Hargrove puts up the 3-shot, and poof, nothing but net. Hargrove with her first 3-point shot. She's got 5 in the game, makes it 21-12. Lady Eagles are stretching it out here in the second quarter.
And if the Lady Eagles can start finding that 3-point stroke, it could become a very long night real fast for Hanks.
Yeah, Alva's got it. Top of the arc, bounce pass over to Ruiz. Ruiz all the way back over to Alva on the right side. Looking to get somebody in the lane, but Kendall Cunningham cuts it off, a steal before anybody can get there. Then gives it to Mojica. Mojica drives the lane, puts up the layup, and shoots and scores. Mojica with her 5th point of the game, and now the Lady Eagles have stretched out to 23-12, and we have a timeout, and it is a full 60 seconds. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. And welcome back to El Paso Hanks for Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball as we are closing in on halftime, and the Hobbs girls have stretched out their lead. They ended the first quarter 15-8 over the Lady Knights, and right now it is 23-12. And the Hobbs girls will have the ball out of the timeout.
I actually think it's Hank's ball.
Oh, is it Hank's ball? All right. I think
yeah,
you're
they
right.
They called the timeout after we
that's
scored.
Right.
So.
Okay. So El Paso Hanks will have it. It's going to be Burton, Zoe Burton, their leading rebounder, to inbound. She gets it to Fernandez. Getting worked on, double teamed hard by Hargrove and Clay. A nice as Mojica cutting off a pass to Fernandez, but it goes out of bounds. But still, she used her ups and tipped that one away. Goes out of bounds still. Lady Knights ball. They inbound and kick it back to Fernandez. She gets it in. There's a shot up from the 3-throw line by Burton. It won't go. Fight for the rebound. Lady Knights have it right before it went out of bounds. So they kick it around, get it back to Burton, top of the arc. And now it's going to be Fernandez working it and tries a little pass, a bounce pass, and a whistle sounds, and it's going to be a foul on. Is it going to be on 10? Is it going to be on Burton?
Actually, it was a travel turnover.
A travel. All right. Couldn't see it. Her back was turned. I did not see it. I thought that was going to be a foul.
10th turnover for Hanks now. So Hobbs with the 11-point lead, 2.5 to go here in the first half.
And it's Mojica who has the ball across the timeline center. Gives it to Clay. Drives over to the right, then to Hargrove, who drives the lane, puts up a 10-footer, won't fall, fight for the rebound. Lady Knights have it. That was Fernandez with the rebound, but she was trying to corral it, and it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Hobbs a basketball, Mojica to inbound underneath the Hanks basket, underneath the Lady Knights basket. Oh, nice pass into Cunningham. Her shot is up, no good. She gets a rebound. Her putback's no good, but then she gets fouled. So it is 23-12 still. Hobbs leading with 2:15 left to play in the second quarter. Hobbs started off kind of slow, giving back and forth. Hanks had the lead at one point, but then by the end of the first quarter, Hobbs stretched it out 15-8. And now it's up and good. Rattles home. Another point for Cunningham, and that's 2, 3, 4 points in the game for her. Makes it 24-12, and that is Hargrove coming out, and it looks like Armitage coming in. Cunningham with her second shot at the line, and it's up and good. Makes it 25-12. Knights inbound to Ruiz. Ruiz then to Fernandez. She drives in. Oh, and bumping into her is going to be Clay. Yep. Clay gets a little too close to her and bumps in, and it is called. So Clay with her second foul, and that's going to send Fernandez to the line. They were trying for, it was a fast break. They passed it to Fernandez, and she was trying for the fast break, going to take it coast to coast, and Clay was guarding her, just got a little close, bumped into her, and it's up, no good. Fernandez has missed more than she's made at the line. That's 3 misses, 1 make for her.
2 makes. She's 50.
That's right. That's right.
She was 50-50 to that point.
I didn't write that one down after her. She missed one, made one. And second one is up, and that one's good. So she misses that first one, makes the second one when she's got 2 shots and 2 tries at it. So now 25-13. Mojica bringing the ball down, passes it over to Size on the right side into Cunningham. Cunningham trying to pass it, is almost stolen away. She gets it back, passes it out to the right corner. Shots up, no good, and that is a rebound. I didn't see, that was number her 20. That's Alva with the rebound.
Her third.
Gets it to Fernandez. Fernandez to Ruiz. Ruiz back to Alva on the right side. 3-point shot. Won't fall. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by Fernandez and goes out. It'll be Hobbs Lady Eagle ball. With 1:39 left to play in the second quarter, 25-13, the Hobbs girls leading the Lady Knights of El Paso Hanks. And David's going to come back in as Bolton comes out. And that's going to be Size to inbound. Gets it to Mojica. Mojica will bring it down. Center court, getting worked on by Alva. Passes to Armitage, left side. Cunningham. Cunningham thinks about the shot, kicks it to Armitage. Armitage drives the right side. Nice spin move into the lane, and she's into some traffic trying to pass it to Cunningham, and the foul is going to be against 11 Ruiz, and that's her first foul. and it's going to be on the floor. It'll be
Hobbs should be in the bonus on the next one, though.
Mojica sends it into Cunningham. Cunningham, point blank, misses, but fight for the rebound on the floor. It should be a jump ball, and things getting a little chippy there.
It
the
is,
referee,
as Alva throws an elbow into Kendall's
and she
eye.
did, and Kendall, she's just below her eye, into her cheek, I think her left cheek, and she was on the ground, and the ref kind of cautioned, put a hand up to Alva and just said, calm it down, cool it down a little bit here.
Will be Hobbs' ball on the tie-up.
It will, as Cunningham comes out just to make sure she's okay. She took a hard shot. So Mojica will inbound, gets it to David. David puts it up, but then there's a call.
Count the bucket and the foul.
And the foul as she gets it in. It was a beautiful play right from just what you want to see, textbook. You inbound it as she's going up, poised to hit the rim, puts it in, and draws the foul at the same time. And they call the foul on, and it spins out, no good, but the basket counted. So...
And then Armitage comes through and gets the rebound for Hobbs.
And take back right away. Beautiful spin ball size with a three-pointer from the outside the right arc. Beautiful. And a fight for the ball as Lady Knights were having trouble getting it across the timeline. Good work by Armitage, and then to Mojica. Mojica tries to put it up, and along comes Ruiz behind her, knocks it out, ends up on the floor. The ball goes out. They're going to say last touch by Ruiz by El Paso. So Mojica will inbound as wow. This game has gotten very physical. This game is very physical, very aggressive. They inbound to David, back to Armitage in the left corner, or back to Nokia rather, to Nakaya Mojica, and then David has it stolen away, and that's going to be Ruiz peeling off and passing down left of the basket. The ball's on the floor. A fight for it. A whistle sounds. There's going to be a foul call.
That one was stolen away by Hobbs. Says nice job by Clay and Armitage and Size inside, and then they are going to whistle. That one looks like on Hernandez. That'll be her third. Yes, it will, and that will put Hobbs in the bonus. So we'll walk all the way back down the court, and it'll be Brett Clay to shoot free throws.
And it's 30-13. Hobbs has quickly put 7 more points on the board just since the timeout. So 30-13 with 41 seconds left before the half, and Clay at the free throw line. Beautiful, nothing but net. So Clay sinks her first free throw. She'll get another one. Coming out, Mojica and Size, and coming in, Hargrove and Cepeda. Armitage and Hargrove in the blocks for Hobbs. And Clay at the line to shoot her second. Beautiful, nothing but net. Makes it 32-13. And the Lady Knights with the ball. And it's going to be Ruiz to inbound. No, I think that's Burton. Burton inbounds to Fernandez. Passes it off. That's number 20, Alva, taking it down. Alva works all the way to the basket, puts up a shot, a layup won't fall, and that is Carrillo with the rebound. She doesn't find any room. Great defense by Hobbs. They swarm her and basically run her out of bounds, but they're going to say they're going to give the ball to Hobbs as she went out of bounds with the ball, so that makes it Hobbs' ball.
Yeah, so that'll be the 14th turnover officially for the Lady Knights. So Hobbs with a chance to stretch this one out to 20-plus here in this first half. It hadn't always looked pretty, but they've made it work.
And Hobbs inbounds. They pass it around. Ends up with Cepeda on the left side. Gets it to Hargrove. Top of the arc. Top of the key. And she puts one up, won't fall. And it spins out for Hernandez with the rebound. She's going to bring it all the way down. Getting worked on by Armitage. Now puts Cepeda on her two. They reach in for the ball, and it's a jump ball. Nice, clean work. As good defense as Cepeda had her on one side and Armitage on the other, and they both just got their palms on the ball. And that's what you want to see, but it still goes the way of the Lady Knights. So good hustle and good work by Hobbs, though. They inbound. Last second shot goes up. It does not fall in, and at the buzzer at halftime, Hobbs has got the lead 32-13, and we're going to take a few minutes and be back with the halftime report right here. It's Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. They've got the lead against El Paso Hanks on Hobbs YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball from El Paso Hanks on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. I'm Dawn Morgan, having a good time. Although it's an adjustment, right? Wrapping our heads. This is the first basketball game of the season, coming off of football and volleyball, and now, of course, getting into that basketball mode. I tell you, I talk about the team needing a little time to gel and to get their chemistry back, right? I need at least a game to kind of get my head back wrapped around, not just calling it, but also keeping the stats and the score. So hats off to, I had the points just about right, but TJ Miracle keeping much better rebounds, better stats overall.
Well,
but
I don't know about that.
I keep steals and you don't, and assists, and sometimes
true.
I write them down and you don't. So
as the camera goes all goofy on me there, so
and
I'm trying to run the camera.
That's right. You're running the camera, running the score bug, and then when you can, writing down the stats. So
and trying to keep all the spammers off of everywhere.
Right. And you can pass the score bug back to me if you want to. It's up to you since you got the camera. I am looking at our sheets and looking at El Paso Hanks, and Hobbs is dominating, on the scoreboard. It is 32-13 at half, and at the end of the first quarter, Hobbs led 15-8. After a bit of a slow start, back and forth for a while, and then when they hit 12-8, then they really didn't look back. They just kept increasing the lead and didn't allow very much more scoring. I mean, they had El Paso Hanks down 12-8, and after that, El Paso Hanks only managed 3 more points in that first quarter. Then they come into the second quarter, and they really stretch things out, and now they've got the lead 32-13, very dominant. So they only allowed El Paso Hanks to score 5 points in the second quarter, while they went on a scoring run and scored 17. So excellent for the Hobbs girls, playing a strong defense, but it is costing them in the fouling department a little bit. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's look at the scoring for El Paso Hanks. Their leading scorer is Daisy Fernandez, who is number 21 with 10 points, and she's also got 4 rebounds to go with that and 2 steals. She had 3 makes at the free throw line and 3 misses as well. Next up, you have the three-pointer that was sunk by Alva. So she has 3 points.
No,
3 rebounds. Alva has no points. She's got 3 rebounds, but you've got 3 points for Burton, 3 rebounds for Burton, 1 steal and 2 points for her. My P's look an awful lot like ours. I'm having to practice my penmanship here as well. So you've got Burton with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, and you have Hernandez, number 22, with 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 block. Alva with the 3 rebounds, and Ruiz with 1 rebound, and Carrillo with 1 rebound as well. So 5 rebounds for Hernandez, and so far she's the leading rebounder for El Paso with 5. Then you got the 4 rebounds for Fernandez and the 3 for Alva, and 1 each for Carrillo and Ruiz, and 3 for Burton. So Hobbs so far leading the way at halftime. You've got a really even scoring, which I like to see, and this is why we say Hobbs is deep, that they don't always rely on 1 or 2 or even 3 girls. I mean, you've got girls scoring all over the place here, but with 5 points, you've got Cunningham, 5 points, 7 rebounds for Cunningham, and 2 steals. You've got 5 points as well for Bryn Hargrove, 2 rebounds for her, a steal and an assist. Nakaya Mojica has 5 points in the game as well. And then you've got Brett Clay with 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. You've got Armitage with 2 points and a rebound. You've got Jayla David with 4 points and a rebound. Carolina Seiss with 3 points and a rebound. Kaisla Muniz with 2 points and a rebound. Elena Bolton with 2 points and a rebound. And you've got a steal for Cepeda. So again, you've got really good, everybody who's in the game is either scoring, rebounding, or both, or has contributed significantly. So that's how we have gotten to the 32-13 scoring for Hobbs Lady Eagles. As the buzzer has sounded, we're about ready to get this second half underway. And what do you say at this point, TJ?
Well, Hobbs just needs to keep doing exactly what they're doing. The defense has been just fine. The offense has been a little bit shaky in that first half, a little bit hit and miss. Again, we talked about it in the pregame show. They're just, they haven't had a lot of time together because a lot of these girls playing other sports. But once they get it smoothed out, everything is going to be just fine. And let's see what happens in the second half. Hobbs in control.
That's right. As they inbound and pass it around, get it over to Mojica in the left side. Pass it from Hargrove into David, looking for room in the lane. Puts up a nice hook from the right side, and then it doesn't fall, but she gets fouled. But that was a beautiful attempt. That was a beautiful hook. I mean, she started that from underneath her knees. She started that hook from the right side. So beautiful work. She is at the line, and her first one is up, and it rattles home. So Jayla David now with 5 points in this game. She's going to get a second shot. And the foul was actually called
on Fernandez.
Yes, on Fernandez, number 21. Jayla David at the line. Second shot up, nothing but net. Beautiful work. So 6 points in the game makes it 34-13. The Lady Knights with the ball. Trapped in the back court. Good defense by Hobbs. That's Fernandez with the ball. Hargrove on her. Pass into number 11, Reese. Reese backs out toward half point. Passes over to the left, pass in top of the lane. Ooh, nice steal. Jayla David actually stole it and gave it away to Mojica. And then they pass to Hargrove, drives the lane from the left side, and 36-13. And a whistle sounds. Let's see what they call.
They're going to call the hack foul, looks like, on number 20, so that'll be on our 20. That'll be the second person on Hargrove. First team foul in the half for Hobbs.
And it's on the floor. So the Lady Knights inbound at midcourt. And that is Alva with the ball. Drives in. Bounce pass over to Reese. Reese is going to back it up, pull it out, slow it down, take a look. Drives over to the left, getting work done by Mojica. And a pass out to Hernandez. Hernandez drives in, puts up a shot, won't fall. And the rebound to Hargrove. She gets it to Mojica. Mojica drives in, takes it all the way down. And 2 points more for Mojica. She's got 7 in the game. Beautiful layup.
And that's what Hobbs does. They steal it, they get the fast break, and they score.
And they make it count. Lady Knights coming back this end. They give it to Fernandez. She pulls back. Right side, leaves it off for Alva, trying to pass it, and Mojica says, thank you, I'll take that. Passes to Hargrove. She goes in for an easy layup from the right side off of that steal by Mojica, and that was a beautiful work. And yes, El Paso Hanks wants to take a timeout, and it is going to be a 60, so we'll be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball as the Lady Eagles come out from halftime hot. They were ahead 32-13 at half, and they come out and score unanswered points and are now at 40-13. So they scored 8 quick points. And Hanks wanted to take a timeout to talk about it. That's not the way that they wanted to start the second half. Hobbs Lady Eagles firmly in control of this one. Coming out of the Hanks timeout, a full one. Let's see.
Yeah, right now on a 24-5 run.
Yeah,
so.
And it will be El Paso basketball. It will be number 10, Burton, inbounding. And they do get it in to Ruiz. Ruiz going to bring it down, then pull up midcourt, setting the offense. Pass off to the right side in the corner. An air ball by Hernandez, and it's Hargrove with the rebound. She brings it down, pulls up top of the arc, and setting a little offense of her own. Gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham in the lane, And Cunningham puts it up and is fouled. So count the bucket, and the foul is going to be a hack foul on number 15.
I believe they're going to call it
They're
on
going to call
Moore.
it on Moore,
Yep.
who is in the Nevaeh Moore, who's in the game for the first time. 34. It's her first foul. And Cunningham at the line, where she has made 3. She's 3 of 3. Make it 4 of 4.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. I didn't write down one of her misses.
She only missed one.
Yeah. All right, so 43-13. Hobbs with a 30-point lead now. And it is Fernandez with the ball getting worked on by Clay.
And it is worth noting, here in Texas, there is no mercy rule clock.
And I think they're going to call Clay. Nope.
Yep, they're going to call Clay on
for
the push.
reach. Yep. And she kind of reached in and got her on the arm as well.
Third personal on Brett. Second team foul in the half on Hobbs.
And Hobbs.
Second in the quarter, I should say, since we're in college timing and college rules here.
So Lady Knights with the ball. That's number 20 driving to the right side of the lane, puts up a ball, fight for the rebound.
And it was Moore who got it, and then she got fouled.
Yeah, Moore got the rebound, but she got fouled. And they're going to call that on Cunningham, was it?
They are, yeah.
Yep, on Cunningham. That's her first foul, or second foul. And that's going to put Moore at the line. And no good. Spins out and away. So
And
a
right
miss
now,
for her.
the Knights collectively 4 of 9 from the line.
Moore will get another shot. It's Cunningham and David in the blocks in the front for Hobbs. And that one is a make. Hits the bottom of the net.
First points of the second half for
the Hanks.
For Hanks,
Lady
yeah.
Knights. Hobbs has got the ball. That's Clay with it. Leaves it off for Hargrove to Cunningham. Top of the arc. And she did travel. Just takes that tiny bit, just a hesitation as she was looking for somebody open to pass it to. So that's a turnover. It was just the 12th, I think, for Hobbs.
I've got 13.
13, okay. I'll go for you.
I may have that. I was moving things around, so that I may be wrong on
They had
that.
11 of, a steal on the inbound. Hargrove's got it. And then she takes it to the left of the basket, and she draws a foul, as they're going to call that one on number 22 or 32?
22, I believe they're going to be on Hernandez. That should be her fourth. It is.
And Annette Hernandez in foul trouble now.
So that's going to put Hargrove at the line to shoot 2.
And Hargrove, this is her first trip to the line tonight.
Chance to get to 10 points here.
Beautiful, nothing but net. Hargrove with another point. So she had 5 in the first half and now has made 5 in the second half, along with a couple of rebounds and a steal. She's had a good game overall, but she's really started this second half hot. Second shot is up, and that one's good as well. So Hargrove now with 11 points in the game. Lady Knights bring the ball down. They leave it off for Fernandez. She pulls it back, getting worked on by Clay. Clay getting being a little, not quite as aggressive now that she's got, 3 fouls on her, I think. Lady Knights just passing around the arc, looking for room. Good defense by Hobbs, keeping them out of the paint. Ruiz has got it now, drives left, passes it off to Hernandez, puts it up, no good. Cunningham with a rebound. Pass down to Clay, right underneath the basket. Nice layup from the right side. 2 more points for her.
So that gives her 6 in the game, and that was a good steal. Good fight for it by Cunningham to get it, and then get Clay shooting down the court.
Yes, it was a fast break and a nice long pass to her. Now the Lady Knights are just looking for room. They find more underneath the basket, and she puts it up, no good, but the rebound by Burton and the putback good. So now your score
47-16.
47-16. Thank you very much. As the Lady Knights have it, or the Lady Knights were looking for it. They tipped it away, but Hobbs keeps it. And Mojica from the right corner, a 3-pointer, beautiful.
And that gives her 10 on the game.
Yeah, the longest shot of the game by anybody so far. Deep into that right corner. So makes it 50-16 here in the third quarter as the Lady Eagles have come out. They went in well with the lead. There's a big shot, 3-point effort from Fernandez. Up, no good, and it bounces off the rim and behind the backboard. So it's definitely going to be Hobbs at basketball.
And it's going to be a hockey line change as 5 all-new players coming in for Coach Carpenter.
As he's going to let Moniz And Bolton in, and let's see, that is
Armitage, Zepeda, and
Size. And coming down with it is Zepeda. Zepeda gets it to Size. Size back to Zepeda. She drives in, kicks it back out. A three-pointer up from Size won't fall, but Bolton fights for the rebound. She's got it. The ball is on the ground. They're going to call a jump ball, tie ball, as the ball was down, and that was Hernandez fighting for it on the floor. And the arrow goes the way of the Lady Knights. So they'll inbound, give it to Ruiz. Ruiz, one of their ball handlers. Bring it across the timeline, taking her time. Getting guarded by Armitage, kicks it over to the left. Alva drives in, puts a shot up from the left, and she gets fouled, I think, by Zepeda. Yep, they're going to call the reach foul on Zepeda.
Her first personal, fourth team foul on Hobbs in the half, and it will be a shooting foul.
It will.
So that'll put
Alva. That's Alva at the line. This is her first trip to the line, and she's not a scorer so much as, well, she does score, but in this game, she doesn't have any points, just rebounds. Now she's got a point. So her first point comes from the line. 3:06 left to play in the third quarter, and Hobbs with the lead. And her second is good as well, so Alva with 2 points. Hobbs brings it down. Armitage passes to the right side, gets it back. And a bounce pass almost stolen away to Manice. Manice has got it, drives in, kicks it over to Armitage. Armitage brings it back over, looking to get through the lane and loses the handle on it. Taken away by Moore. And brought down by Alva. Alva passes it off. A three-point shot by Ruiz up, no good. But then fighting for the rebound is Alva, and her putback is good. 2 more points. So it's 50-20 now. Hobbs leading. Zepeda with the ball. A three-point shot up, and it rattles home. Wow, Zepeda with a three-pointer makes it 53-20. Lady Knights coming the other way. That's Alva with the ball. Drives into the right. Getting worked on by Armitage. Pulls back. Now starts to the left. Now bounce pass to Ruiz. Ruiz drives into the left. Puts up a shot. It's no good. It didn't have a prayer of really making it, but it did what it was designed to do, and that was draw the foul.
Yeah, that's all they wanted to do on that.
Right.
And they are going to whistle that one on Size. So that'll be her second personal, 5th team foul. And I do believe with the rules, and I'll have to check the college women's rules. I know they play quarters now, but this should put them in the single bonus, I believe, for the quarter.
And the Ruiz at the line, and the shot is up. No, oh yeah, rattles in. It hit the, it bricked. I thought it bricked, but instead of falling off to the right, it popped up and fell in. So now she's got a point in the game. Makes it 53-21 here with 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Second one is up and good as well. Armitage bringing the ball down for Hobbs. Works to the left. And works it in. Puts up a shot. Hits the board, won't fall. And the rebound comes to Alva.
Her 5th rebound of the ball game.
Alva's got it. Takes her time across the timeline. Getting worked on by Armitage. Drives into the right. Ooh, almost stolen away. But Lady Knights get it back now. Yep, there is a shot up from the right side by Alva. 2 more points. Makes it 53-24. Hobbs with the ball. Zepeda's got it. Passes over to Size. Back to Zepeda. Now to the corner to Manice. Back to Zepeda. To Manice. Manice driving in. Gives it back to Zepeda. Zepeda works it over outside the arc. Top of the arc. To Manice. Manice back into the right corner. Size puts up a 3 and makes it. Nothing but net as a beautiful three-pointer.
Her second tray of the ball game.
And 56-24. With a minute left in this third quarter, Hobbs has this game well in hand. That's number 20, Alva, driving in, looking for room. Good defense by Hobbs. Keeps the ball, gets it to Moore. Ball, fight for the ball. It's loose, and Hobbs comes up with it. A pass down court to Armitage. A pass over to Zepeda. Puts it up, won't fall. Armitage with the rebound. Then passed away. She gets it and passes it into, I believe, that's Bolton on the right side. And she gets 2 points. Now she's got 4 in the game. Nice work there by Hobbs to not give up underneath the basket. driving the other way. Lady
Wow.
Knights have it.
That should have been a travel, and instead they're going to call a foul on Hobbs.
Ruiz had the ball, and she decided to go through 2 different players. She was in a Lady Eagle sandwich there.
Going to whistle that on Muniz, her first personal 6-team foul on Hobbs.
And that's going to send Ruiz to the line. She's 2 of 2 for 2 at the line. Her only 2 points of the game have come in this second quarter at the line. 58-24 is your score. 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Ruiz with the ball up and good. She's 3 for 3 at the line. And she'll get another try at that. Got Bolton and Size in the blocks for Hobbs for rebounding. And that one is good too. Rattles in. Makes it 58-26 now. Zepeda is bringing the ball down for Hobbs. Kicks it over to Size in the right corner. Size or Bolton it is. 33, Muniz, neither one of them. And then back to Zepeda. Zepeda to Size in the right corner. 3-point shot. Oh, and it rattles home. 2 straight 3-pointers for Size as Hobbs is deadly, whether they've got the starters or the bench in. And that's the end of the third quarter, and 61-26. Hobbs leading this one. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter here as Lady Eagle basketball continues on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. Welcome back to El Paso Hanks for Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5.
KEJL Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs.
And we're legal. Thank you very much. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. At the end of 3 quarters, Hobbs had in control of this one, 61-26, as Coach Carpenter pulled the starters and put the bench in, and they still managed to put almost to almost double what they had done at halftime. Put up almost 30 points against 13 for El Paso Hanks in that third quarter. Hobbs inbounding with the ball. It's Hargrove. Hargrove to Mojica. Mojica to David as the starters are back in. David to Clay. Clay working it around back to the left to Hargrove. Hargrove drives in, then kicks it out to Mojica, or actually to David. David takes a shot at it. It doesn't fall. Rebound, El Paso Hanks. They bring the ball down, and that is Burton with it. And then quick passing as the pace. They picked it up. Oh, nice steal. Mojica interrupts that bounce pass, and Mojica with beautiful move brings it down, passes it off to Hargrove. Hargrove takes the 3-pointer and buries it. Hargrove with another 3 points. Makes it 64-26.
She's got 14 points in the game to lead the Eagles.
And I think, picking up the pace against Hobbs is
not the smartest thing.
It's not the best thing, as you're going to find Hobbs is very accustomed to that pace and even faster, and can pass play, and very well, top of their game.
Wow,
They're
call
looking,
that on Hargrove, her third personal.
So a whistle sounds.
First team foul in the fourth quarter.
And Hargrove, it's on the floor.
They are going to put Katie Goodwin in.
That's right, Katie Godwin.
Godwin, pardon me.
Is number 55. She comes in. And Lady Knights inbound the ball. They give it to Ruiz. Ruiz kicks it out to Burton. Burton puts up a shot, won't fall for the rebound, and Carrillo has it, her second. A whistle sounds, and they're going to call that on.
They're going to call the foul on Hobbs. They should have called the travel about 4 steps before they called the foul.
On Cunningham or 22, yep. All right, so another foul. That's her fourth, I believe.
It's her third.
Third, all right. And Ruiz with the attempt, no good. So she's 4 of 5. She'll get another try at the line. Carrillo, number 3. Sorry about that. She's turned to the side, and I looked up and made the assumption. So that was second shot's up, and that one's no good. It bounces out, and that is Cano with the rebound. Cano in the game for the first time for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. She leaves it off for Mojica. Mojica drives across to the left side, gives it to Hargrove now back to Cano. Oh, and then it's stolen away by the Lady Knights as Burton's got it. And Burton leaves it off for Ruiz. Ruiz is going to pull back, slow things down. Try to find some room. Mojica on her. Passes to Hernandez. Spin move inside the lane, trying to put it up. Fight for the ball. It's tipped away, and it finds its way into Burton's hands. Burton then puts up a shot, and Mojica takes it. Mojica is going to go all the way down. She's getting worked on pretty hard. Bounce pass is stolen away.
Back-to-back turnovers for Hobbs. Very
turnovers. And the ball loose on the floor. Mojica's coming away with it right underneath the basket. A pass to Clay. Beautiful work all the way down. And
count the bucket and the foul.
Count the bucket because Clay takes the shot. A nice layup from the right side and then is bumped in the process. And they're going to call the bump foul on number 20 on Alva.
And actually on number 10 on Burton.
10 on Burton. Okay, I saw the fist, but I thought it was a 2. And Clay with, and it's no good. It goes in, but it's one of those that pops out. And I think a timeout is going to be called.
Yes.
And it's just a 30-second one, so we'll keep it right here.
And say a big thanks to the folks who make Lady Eagle basketball possible. Couldn't do it without Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University, NMR Pipeline, Lee County State Bank, TDS, Forest Tire Company, A-Tech Air Conditioning and Heating, Lasco Construction, the First American Bank, Divine Energy Services, Hobbs Express, and Ken's RVs.
And let's see, there is a timeout still being taken. I've got 17 turnovers for El Paso Hanks. Is that right?
It's now 21.
It's now 21. Okay, thank you. I was trying to keep track of. They only had 14 at half, but they have quickly made that.
And just a quick note, if you're
21.
watching at home and saying, hey, it's 66-26, this one's going to start moving real fast. There is no mercy rule clock in the state of Texas.
Yeah,
so
66-26, a 40-point lead by Hobbs. 40-point lead with 5:40 left to play in this game. That is Ruiz with the ball. Tries to drive in, no room, pulls it back out. Gets it over to Alva. It's stolen away. Nice steal by Cano. She brings it down. Bounce pass over to Cunningham. She puts it up and in from the left. A beautiful assist, a steal and an assist by Cano. And then 2 more points for Cunningham.
Cunningham now with 10 in the ball game.
And the Lady Knights with the ball. That is Alva with it. Brings it down right side. Drives in. Passes right underneath the basket to number 22, Hernandez. And they're going to call Hobbs for a foul. Is it Cunningham or is it going to be Mojica? They were both underneath. And Cunningham again. Now it's 4 fouls for Cunningham. She's had a really good game, though, with, 10 points?
10 points,
10
yeah.
points.
10 points, 8 rebounds to this point.
Yeah. And a couple of steals in there as well. So 68-26, 5 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. And you've got, let's see, Cunningham and who else is out of that size in the blocks for Hobbs? I can't see across there.
Clay.
And that finds its way home. So Fernandez with a point, 68-27. Hobbs bringing it down. That's Hargrove with the ball. No room. She drives the lane. Nice spin moves. Puts up the layup. It won't fall. And the rebound by Ruiz. But I think they're going to call
get a foul.
And they're going to call 15. No, they're going to. Now they're going to call Cunningham. That's it.
That's
it for her. She fouls out. Nice game for Kendall, though.
And that's kind of a tic-tac foul.
Yeah.
I mean, she was going up and, Ruiz drew the foul. Good on her, but that'll sit Kendall down. She finishes up with 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 rebounds shy of a double-double in this one.
And a couple of steals to go along with that. So nice work, nice game. And now the Lady Knights have the ball. They inbound. Alva's going to bring it down center court. Worked on by Armitage. As the Lady Knights just slowing things up a little bit, looking for some O. And they bounce pass it over to Ruiz. Ruiz is going to kick it back out, top of the key, then over to Carrillo. Carrillo works it back over to Ruiz. Ruiz all the way in the corner to Hernandez. She's going to drive in, look for room. Getting guarded by Bolton, though. And she kicks it back out to Ruiz. 68-27. Hobbs leading by 41 points. 4:22 left in the game. The Lady Knights just trying to find some offense against a tight defense by Hobbs. Oh, and a nice steal as Armitage stays right on her and gets a steal. And then behind the back work right there. And now she brings it down, kicks it out to Hargrove.
Zepeda.
Oh, Zepeda with her second three-pointer of the game. As beautiful work there as Zepeda. And that was very unselfish. Armitage saw that Zepeda had the better angle, the better shot, and it gave it to her. So, again, Armitage with an assist on that. Lady Knights working the ball around. Over in the corner is number 22, Hernandez. She tries a shot, won't fall. Armitage with the rebound. She's going to drive down right side, go underneath the basket, and they're going to call the charge.
No, the block.
Nope, the block. Okay. They're going to call a block foul.
And that should do it for Hernandez, number 22.
So I got her, or is it 4 fouls? I've got her down for 4.
That's 5. Yep,
5?
She's done.
Okay, she's out of here.
So Hernandez finishes up with 2 points and 5 rebounds.
And that's going to, it's on the floor, so Hobbs will inbound. I think Moniz is in the way. I can't see. Is that Zepeda or Armitage over there?
I believe that's Armitage to inbound. Yeah.
Okay. See, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, we're at a very weird angle. We're kind of in the corner of the gym.
Right. Armitage inbounds and chasing that down his size. She kicks it over to Zepeda. Zepeda to Moniz. Moniz drives the lane, puts up a shot, and it finally finds its way through the net. So Moniz with 2 more points. She's got 4 in the game. Couple of rebounds as well. And it makes it 73-27 in the fourth quarter. 3:16 left to play. Lady Knights working it around. They give it to Alva. Alva kicks it out to Ruiz. Ruiz tries a 3-pointer. It won't fall. Fight for the rebound. It's going to, saving it from going out of bounds is Burton. Burton sends it to Moore. Moore puts up a shot, won't go. Bolton with the rebound.
Her third.
And then she bounced pass to Armitage. Armitage is going to pull up in the right corner. Ooh, almost loses the ball. And it does. Goes out of bounds. So she was trying to corral it. She was looking up to try to find somebody to pass to, I think, and just lost the ball. So another turnover for Hobbs. Is that their 15th?
That is their 18th.
18th. Okay, that's 5, and then 3 more. As I write things down to keep things straight. And that is Ruiz with the ball across the Hobbs timeline. Taking her time, as always. Works it over to the left. High pass over to Burton. Burton hangs on to it. Almost stolen away by Moniz. A tie ball. Yep, they're going to call a jump ball, as it was a beautiful tip and good hustle by Moniz. And she ties up Moore for it, and the arrow should go.
It is Hank's ball.
Yep, it should go to El Paso, because I remember the last tie ball went to Hobbs.
I want to keep calling them the Hawks, because their uniforms are very reminiscent of Howard College with the red and white.
Inbound to Moore. Moore puts it, and they're going to call Burton for the foul.
And Hanks and Hawks, it looks kind of similar when you're.
True.
And I did call Howard College for a long, long time in a different life.
Right.
Because they were going to whistle that one on Bolton.
Yes, I said that was going to be on Bolton. That's her first foul. And sends Moore to the line. She's got 1 make and a miss. And she misses this one. She'll get another one. Are we allowed to say that El Paso Hanks is the alma mater of our big boss at the station?
I was waiting just a few minutes.
He
sent a text and that I will read maybe in the postgame show.
Okay. And that was a miss, so 2 misses at the line for Moore.
And Bolton with her 4th rebound.
And Bolton with the rebound brings it down, passes it off. Armitage brings it down, and then that's a nice little pop-up with the rebound and then the 2 points.
Kind of weaved through and then under the trees and through the arms and off the top of the glass.
That's right. Threw it up and it came down 75-27. Ruiz has got it for Hawk. Now you got me.
I'm sorry.
Saying Hawks and not Hanks. All right, for El Paso. Passes it off to Burton. Burton. Oh, and loses it. Armitage with another steal. She's so good at that. And she takes it in. She was looking for a layup on the right side, and it hits. She gets tripped up on the way. Did she just lose her balance?
She got tripped by Carrillo. Yeah. That'll be her first personal 5th-team foul, and that'll put Armitage at the line for 2. And I think Carrillo caught the worst part of that as Elena was going down. I think
tumbled onto her with an elbow,
and kind of the heel. I think got her in the chest. So
tangled up, but Armitage at the line shooting, and she may still be a little shaken up. She did a somersault after she came down and misses the first one of that, but she's played a very good game as well. Coming in off the bench, has seen a lot of minutes in this game. And the second one also off to the right, and that is Carrillo with the rebound, bringing it all the way down. kicks it back out to Ruiz. Carrillo to Ruiz. Ruiz getting worked on by Cepeda. Ruiz pulls it back out almost to the timeline. Almost to the... And is continues to just travel back and forth, back and forth. This is eating up a lot of time. And now just trying to keep it out of the hands of the Lady Eagles, I guess. She passes it off.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want
now
this to be a 50-point loss. Right now it's at 48.
When Alva's got it, getting worked on by Cepeda. Now they're just hanging onto the ball. Now she's going to drive in, and look for room, put up the layup. It won't fall. Fight for the rebound. Moore's got it. They're going to call Bolton for the foul again, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Second rebound for Moore. And let's see what they're going to put up. Yeah, it will be on Bolton.
Right?
Bolton.
Yep, and that's her second foul. We'll put Moore at the line. She is 1 for 4. That one finds the bottom of the net. Makes it 75-28 with 52 seconds left to play in this game. Moore at the line with another shot. And that one way off the mark. Air ball. So 75-28, 52 seconds left in the game. Hobbs will inbound. That's Manice to Cepeda. Cepeda will handle the ball, bring it down right side. Driving in right side. Drives it across the lane, then passes it to the left, and a three-point shot by Manice from the left corner makes it 78-28, 50 points. 50-point lead at this point for Hobbs, and I bet Hanks is just going to hang on to the ball, just kill it.
Well, they're going to want. I think they're going
to go for the last second shot.
Yeah, they're going to go for the last second shot.
And that's Ruiz kicking it back out.
But Hobbs has done a nice job keeping them out of the paint and keeping them out of their comfort zone all game long.
Burton with the ball. That is Godwin on her. Cepeda now guarding Ruiz. Ruiz has got it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Hanks is not even going to go for the last shot. A 50-point victory for Hobbs, 78-28 final score as Hobbs in control of this one, and we'll be back as Hobbs led at the end of every quarter of this one, stretched it out, and the bench saw significant minutes, but a great job by the entire team for this as they played blazing offense, but really good defense as well. So we'll be back to talk about this one. Hobbs winning over El Paso Hanks, so 78-28 in El Paso, and we'll be back with the wrap-up. Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. Welcome back to Lady Eagle basketball. 78-28 final score, 50-point win for Hobbs over El Paso Hanks. And with the quick stats, as we will have Coach Joey Carpenter sit down in just a moment.
Actually, here comes Coach Carpenter now.
Coach Carpenter, all right.
So, Coach Carpenter joining us after the big victory today, 78-28.
Yes, very
on
nicely
that
done.
final. So we
got
your own headset
your own
there,
headset.
Coach Carpenter.
Thank you, guys.
Head Coach Joe Carpenter sitting down. Congratulations on this win, a 50-point win. 78-28. Coach Carpenter, how do you feel about this game? First win of the season.
Well, I thought we did a good job in the second half. I think we wore them out is what we did. And then we just started hitting shots. You saw we missed a lot of one-foot shots early in the game.
Close on.
And that killed us. But once we got going there in the second half, it just started snowballing.
Right, and despite some of those, misses early in the game, a lot of those girls who were missing the point-blank layups and the easy shots came back later, and especially in the case of like Kendall Cunningham, and she ended up, with like 12 points in the game and lots of rebounds. But also you had a lot of three-point shots. Man, Cepeda came in with a couple of trays. You had Size with a couple of with 3 3-pointers in this game. Moniz with a three-pointer, Mojica with a three-pointer. I mean, you guys were just shooting the lights out from the perimeter, but also doing a good job inside.
Yeah, I think what we did is we got them real tired and worn out, and then we got them caught in a couple switches, and then it just freed up the shot. And then next thing you know, the kid that was ready to shoot, whoever it was, we'd let them fire it up. We don't hold them back, and we encourage them to shoot any kind of open shot they can get because it's hard to get them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, coming in the first quarter, it was a little tight at first, but you guys, by the end of that first quarter, had them 15-8, and then after that, I mean, you only allowed them to score 5 points in the second quarter. And then you put a lot of the bench in that third quarter and still managed to score 31 points on them in that third quarter. So how do you think your starters performed as a team, things gelling, and what do you think about your bench performers?
Well, this is kind of one of those games where we needed to get everyone going. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, not knowing who's going to step up. And so now everyone's got a little confidence growing, and so maybe Friday and Saturday it'll translate and we can continue off of the second half that we just had.
Yeah, coming off of that loss, but not by much, to a very salty team, Monterey, Lubbock, to start your season on Saturday night. And now, in this game, I know in that game against Lubbock, Monterey, I mean, your girls were going up against, one of the top girls in the country. And a good program and a good team, and so not losing by very much there, and then coming in here with a huge 50-point win. Yeah, you're building up great confidence and a good head of steam in for the Friday night and then Saturday afternoon games at home.
Yeah, Monterey, it was a good eye-opener for us. It was a good game for us to get up and down. We only had 12 turnovers in that game, so there were some things that I was really hoping would be a good deal, and we got some good things out of it. Hopefully we can build off of that into this game, into Friday and Saturday, and then get a win streak going. That would be great to get that confidence.
A lot of turnovers in this game, more so than usual, but you guys still had control of the basketball and of the score in the whole game. So that was interesting to see. That's one of the few stats where I can look at and see maybe there was a lot of fouling, but you guys were really aggressive as always, and a lot of turnovers. Does that bother you at all?
No, because we wanted to play fast. We wanted to wear them out. That was kind of the key. You saw me rotate 10 players in the first quarter. There was a reason for that. We were hoping to out-athlete them a little bit in the second half, and then obviously it worked. I mean, that's just what we do. We're Hobbs Eagles, and we press and we get after you for 4 quarters, and it's just one of those things that we're proud of, and so we took a lot of pride in it.
You're capable of doing that with not just the starters, but just being able to switch out girls on the bench and come in with I think other teams they're not that deep, they're not as conditioned as you guys are and ready for that kind of full court press, that kind of speedy play. They're just not ready for it. And El Paso Hanks again, you saw that, I guess. Had you scouted and you kind of knew what you're going up against to have that game plan to begin with against El Paso?
Yeah, he did a good job of changing up his defenses. He went from zone to man to zone to man, and he threw a 2-3, a 1-3-1, and a man at us. And we weren't ready for that, and it kind of screwed us up early on. But I tip our hats to them. They played really hard for a half, and it was hard because we got 2 starting fives, kind of, if you want to look at it like that, And so we're trying to make sure that everyone gets theirs and can get their minutes. And it's hard. This is a hard team to coach because there's a lot of really good players, you know.
You do. You're lucky. You're deep in talent, but you've got a lot of players who can switch off really well. Every girl who was in the game, I think, actually ended up with a statistic in some way. Even a couple of girls who saw very few minutes, Kano and Godwin, still ended up. You had a steal and assist for Kano, and Godwin, I believe, had a rebound and an assist as well. So that's pretty amazing when you look at your team, the team you brought. Everybody played, and everybody ended up with in the scorebook somehow.
That's the Hobbs way, you know. That's the way we do it, and I'm just thankful that you guys are here because there's a lot of people at home. They were asking, "Hey, are we on? Are we on? Are you guys going to be on TV? Are you going to be on?" And I said, "Yes, I'm pretty sure we are because I got the email." So I was thinking, "Heck yeah!"
And we will be here for every single game all season. So there'll be a couple in Albuquerque we're not allowed to video, but
yeah.
Right. TJ, anything you wanted to ask Coach while he's here? And I know you need to get into your team in the locker room, but you're
we all got a long trip home tonight.
Yeah,
but,
great to have you sit down with us. This is awesome.
But great win tonight. A lot you guys can take out of it. So now you got to look forward. Lubbock and Oregon Mountain Friday and Saturday. Lubbock High first. What are we going to look at from them?
They gave us a really good game last year, but they got a couple of their top players that are going to be coming back off of injury. They had season-ending injuries last year, so I don't know how healthy they're going to be, but it'll probably be something similar to the Hanks team. I mean, they're going to give you a fight all the way to the, that first half, and hopefully we can wear them down like we do a lot of teams, And so, but they're well coached. Coach Palmer's there, the ex-New Mexico junior college coach.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to be slouches and guaranteed wins. You're going to have to come ready to play.
Well, I'm looking forward to that one on Friday night. Home opener, Tasker Arena.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that. Be good to get a little home cooking, right?
Oh, yeah. We love our fans at home, and we love to not travel, but we live in Hobbs and we have to travel, so it's the way it is.
Early on in the season especially, you're playing a lot of Texas teams. You're just looking for, some competition before the holiday tournament, of course. So Friday night game and then Saturday afternoon, Lubbock first on Friday night, Oregon Mountain Saturday afternoon. It's going to be nice to have back-to-back games at Tasker Arena in order to be there on the home court and have the fans. And final thoughts about this game, maybe any particular girls stand out, anything that you want to say?
No, we want to play an exciting brand of basketball. We don't want you to be bored when you come to the games. I think if you watch that first game, you saw a team that lost, but we played hard the whole time. I think tonight you saw us not let up and take plays off, or they're coming out. I mean, it's pretty simple. So we're not going to play a boring brand of basketball. I promise you that.
No, always exciting. Always the girls always are well coached, and you can see that, and you see that. And I know that you've got great assistant coaches as well.
Yes, I do.
And we'll just kind of let you get back to the girls. I know we need to kind of let some folks by right here if we can. Here you go.
You got it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach. We appreciate you coming up, and we'll invite you to come up on Friday night after the Lubbock game at Tasker Arena, if you will.
Yes, we will.
All right. Super. And feel free to bring some girls with you if you want to there.
Okay.
And then we'll say goodnight here in just a moment. Thanks again, Coach Joe Carpenter. We appreciate you, Joey, and safe travels home. Safe travels home.
Yep.
Thanks
Thanks to Coach Carpenter coming up and joining us here on the post-game show. Yeah, just running down the numbers real quick. Only one double-digit score for the Hanks Lady Knights. That was Daisy Fernandez, who had 10 points on the night. 25 rebounds as a team for Hanks. They turned the ball over 29 times for Hobbs. 3 girls in double digits tonight, led by Bryn Hargrove with 14 points, 10 points for Nakia Mojica, and 10 points for Kendall Cunningham. Size just missing it with 9 points in the books for her, 8 points for Brett Clay, 7 for Kaislyn Muniz, and then 6 points for Zapata, 4 points for Armitage. As I go quickly down the list, Jayla David, 5 points, and 4 points for Alana Bolton. Hobbs winning the rebounding battle. They had 29 as a team. Leading rebounder was Kendall Cunningham with 8 of those. Hobbs goes 9 of 14 from the free throw line, and just a dominating game tonight. After they kind of, got over the bus lag in the first quarter, turned into a big game.
Didn't take them long at all. Half a quarter, and they had their legs under, and they were ready to go and never looked back. Big three-pointers again from Cepeda during this game. Also, didn't mention the three-pointers from Mojica, from Hargrove. She had a couple as well. And, of course, from Size, as we mentioned, Manice. And great job. So good show tonight. As Coach Carpenter said, never a dull moment. You're always going to see some exciting, entertaining basketball from the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Thanks to the Lady Knights of Hanks for being good hosts. And that's
I did promise to throw our general manager and our regional manager, Aaron Forrester, under the bus.
Right. Aaron actually went to high school here.
He is
graduated from high school from El Paso Hanks.
Yes, he is. He is alumni of El Paso Hanks. He told us to look in the trophy case.
Oh, yeah?
I have a feeling they threw all those trophies away, Aaron. I'm sorry to let you know that. But
before
the game, he said, have a good game, guys, and go Knights. Aaron, remember where you live. But it was tongue-in-cheek.
It was, and, of course, he's an alumnus, so he's allowed. But anyway, I'm Dawn Morgan. Thank you for watching and listening. For TJ Miracle, we're going to sign off now. Again, congrats to the Hobbs Lady Eagles, 78-28 over El Paso Hanks. You've been listening and watching Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. Good night, and thank you very much to Evie Stuber for producing and engineering. Good night.